Hello, welcome to Dependas Planning. I'm Veronica.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Jen.
And we're back at it.
Again.
Hey.
We just got back from a little vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation's great and really soothes the senses.
And we're going on another one in a couple weeks.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Adventure awaits. I'll pack up my bags.
And that's what we're going to be talking about today is when you're in the military, you're probably the most deserving of a vacation. And,
I would agree.
Yeah. And since we are very seasoned in the vacation area.
We are now.
Yeah. We have some tips and tricks.
For your trips.
Yeah, for your trips.
Tips for your trips.
Just the tips.
But first, let's talk about our platforms.
Yes. Tell us.
Find us on Facebook.
And Instagram?
Yes, Dependas Planning. And then email us. Please. Just do it. Just email us with all your stuff. You got any tricks on some traveling and whatnot? Email us. Or you have questions that we could probably answer for you, maybe, hopefully, probably. Yes.
We've been everywhere.
Yeah.
Collectively, we've been everywhere.
Yeah, we have. We've been to a lot.
Yeah.
Email us, dependasplaining@gmail.com.
That's right.
Do it. And then rate us on Apple Podcasts.
That'd be great.
5 stars. We just want to get this out there everywhere.
Tell your friends.
The higher rating, the more ratings we get, especially with 5 stars, the higher we can jump up on the podcast platform and everyone will see us. And that's just what we want. We just want to be out there.
We want to be famous.
We're there.
No.
Lindsay wants to be famous.
I do not know.
She wants her face on billboards.
She does. Just her face right there.
Just her one face.
With my hands in front of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll peek an eye out to let you know what color my eyes are. But that's about the extent I'm going to reach up. But I do like when you listen. I want to hear from you. I want my words to be good for you, to feed you in what you need.
To feed you.
To feed your listening ear.
Oh.
So listen to us, and we will listen to you.
Always. Yes, absolutely. But let's talk some tips and tricks today.
Let's do it, because the military life is the greatest place to become a seasoned traveler or to use your job as an advantage to travel.
That's right. I mean, they're already sending you to locations where you've only ever dreamed of going, like us. We're in the UK. I've only ever dreamed of like visiting London and seeing it in movies or, you know, all the other places we've seen in the UK. And here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Everything's close, cheap. Let's travel.
So let's talk. The military has a few options of resorts that you can stay at around the world. Some of us have been to some of them. Mm-hmm. In Orlando, Florida, they have the Shades of Green Resort, near the Disney World. Mm-hmm. In Honolulu, Hawaii, the Halikoa Resort. It's on one of the nicest stretches of Waikiki Beach. Incredible. In Tokyo, Japan, the new Sano Hotel. If you are stationed at Yokota, you can take a bus directly in front of lodging. They will free bus drive you the 2.5-hour commute to the hotel. You can stay there. You got your free ride. You got your beautiful amenities, and you're right in the heart of Tokyo. I mean, what kind of perk is that? Insanity. Seoul, Korea has the Dragon Hill Lodge, and then we have Garmisch, Germany, where there's Edelweiss Lodge.
In the Bavarian Alps.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, these are just some perks of like living overseas or being around or being an active duty or a retired member. You can stay in these resorts and these locations, and you can see the world, and the costs of them are reasonable.
And they're owned by the armed forces, so it makes they understand, you know, like money wise, like if you're on a budget and stuff like that, and it makes it beautiful. It's beautiful locations. Yeah,
you are in beautiful locations, paying like Motel 6 prices, actually even less maybe. A lot of them will have like a shopette or like a mini BX. They'll have fitness centers and pools.
Gourmet food. Gourmet food, yeah.
All the foods that we like to eat. And they have those prime locations. Mm-hmm. Have you've been to one before, yeah?
I've only been to Edelweiss in Garmisch, and it was on our way to Oktoberfest. We were on our way to Oktoberfest. This was years ago when we were stationed in Belgium and we all took a road trip. And we just decided to drop into Garmisch and test our luck to see. Because this is how we traveled. We didn't have children.
Adventurous.
Yes.
I love it.
So we arrived at like 2 a.m. and they're like, we had to wait like another hour to see if the reservations, anybody like canceled on them. It was like for flyers, coming in, and they make reservations and sometimes they don't make them. So they gave us 2 rooms and we were able to stay there for 2 nights. It is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The lodge itself is so gorgeous, and they have like restaurants in the lodge, and like they have great like breakfast and lunch and dinners. It's beautiful. It's really, really cabiny feeling like, and really pretty. And the sights are just gorgeous because, I mean, you're in the Bavarian Alps. It's beautiful. We took a trip to Neuschwanstein Castle, which is the castle that inspired the Cinderella Castle at Disney World.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's really pretty. And if you stand on this one bridge that's like way up in the sky, if you're scared of heights like myself, like, hold on for dear life because it's scary. Yeah, and then you have these great views of the castle. And then you can go into the castle too. I didn't get to go into the castle, but we got to tour around it. And so we took like a horse and carriage to the top. Oh, it was really cool. Adorable. Yeah. So we took the horse and carriage to the top of the castle, and then we just walked it back because, again, the views were beautiful. But yeah, we stayed there, and they offer so much, and it's year-round.
Yeah, that's what I've seen on their website and whatnot. They have like all the seasons, so you can have your winter activities and snow and ski and sled, and then in the springs and stuff. What I think I saw like whitewater rafting and walking trails and beautiful. And then they had lodges or your kind of like hotel stay, so you could be in like a cabin lodge or you could be in the resort hotel style room.
Yeah, we stayed in the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. It was comfortable. Yeah.
So cool. And it's not open to just normal, any everyday member. You can't just go in and try to get access. And that's one of the perks for your great services.
Yeah. So it's just strictly for military, these resorts, right?
But you can take your family who's not active duty.
Okay.
You can take them with you because we had my father-in-law and his then wife. And our friends that were with us, they had their friends from back home, no affiliation with the military at all. And they were able to stay. As long as you have your sponsor, your active duty sponsor, or anyone who has served in the military as well.
Yeah, I did see a section for retirees.
Retirees, yes.
And then I noticed on there, they were saying that one was exclusive to armed forces that were stationed in the Europes. Do you know, like, so if you're in Japan or in the States, can you not stay at
I don't know. I think
Idolize?
You can. I think you have that option because I know people that travel.
I think maybe what it means is that people who are stationed in the Europes have priority.
Priority, maybe, perhaps.
Because they're right there. Maybe that's what it means.
Yeah, but no, you can definitely travel to these locations and just stay there. So... Freedom! Flying.
We've missed you.
We've missed you, Freedom.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Which ones have you stayed at?
I have been to, we did Halikoa. We've been to Halikoa a few times. So I would stay with my kids and I've stayed there. Like you're saying, when you would just go at like 2 a.m., I would call them the day of. And sometimes they're like, no, we don't have any bookings. And I stayed somewhere else when we were Space Aid there. And then other times it'd be like, yeah, we've got 3 nights, we've got 5 nights, whatever. And I would just book it and go. My husband and I, on his first deployment, I booked like a surprise trip to Hawaii. And we did this like whole online package, and we're staying at the Hilton Hawaiian Garden Inn thing and just dropping all this money on this fancy resort, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's next door to the Halikoa. So by the time we went there for our vacation, and I think we called room service. I needed like a spoon for some Cheerios for my daughter or something. She was like 10 months old. And they wanted to charge me $14 to use like a cup and a spoon for like 24 hours. And I was like, serious? Like, no, I'll walk to the store at that rate.
God.
But, so we booked this like fancy trip, right? And, you're on vacation, but we spent the entire time at the Halikoa.
Oh, no.
Like, we kept just walking over next door, and we used their pools, and you just had to show your ID, and you get a towel. The drinks were cheaper. They had really good restaurants. Mm-hmm. They share the same bit of the Waikiki Beach. Super good stretch, nice sand, good swimming area. So we would use their rentals and, like, rent an umbrella and hang out. And I'm like, why
did we book this?
Why didn't we just book this place? Because, and nothing against the Hilton, you know, it's, you know, potato and preferences, but money was a big part of our stay there, and we were trying to get the best bang for our buck, and then fun and family friendly and variety. Their luau is incredible.
Oh, wow.
We've been to probably 3 or 4 different style luau's over there, and Haliko's is my favorite. And I get like some online emails and whatnot, and I've heard that they've extended another day for the luau's. They're really a big hit. They'll sell out. And they're really fun and cultural and interactive. And sometimes they'll have the military people stand up, and you can kind of clap and see the different branches of armed services that are there. And it's kind of those like tearjerker moments, that like proudness and seeing everybody there and the time served. Yeah. And then it's a beautiful Hawaiian vacation.
Well, I mean, the weather and the water, the beach, and
beach.
Just can't beat that.
Beach all day.
Yeah, it is beachfront. Yeah, and the price, I think it was like $56 a night for a room, or it was something crazy cheap. Yeah, I mean, don't quote me on that. I could be totally missing.
Oh, it was years ago,
but it was a while. Yeah, so Space Aid, when I would be alone with my kids, we'd always try to get in there, and we'd swim, and
it all depends on rank.
It does. Yeah. It does depend on rank.
Yes, that too. So your price will probably go up too, but seriously, still really reasonable, because we booked a trip for Edelweiss this winter too, like you guys, and
so
seriously, so it's going to be a little bit more costly because of the time that we're going, and it's right after Christmas and over New Year's, but it's still like, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
No,
you're in Germany.
What a perk. Yeah.
You're in Germany, you're going to get to ski the Bavarian Alps.
Yeah.
Go take a cable car up to the Zugspitz. We didn't do it because it's really windy up there, but it's so beautiful. It's just, we've heard really good things about it.
I'm excited.
It's on my to-do list. Marketed.
And German food.
I can't wait for more German food.
German food is amazing.
Oh, all the foods. Europe.
What other ones have you been to, Lindsay?
I've stayed at the New Sano in Tokyo, again on Space Aid Adventures with my children. I was that horror story. They got stuck for 21 days, but we made the best adventure of it. So they kept dropping our flights, and we were staying on Yokota at lodging, and every day you had to check out and check back in and see if there was a room available. And sometimes these people felt so bad for me. My 2 little babies. And they were like, you're still here. And then the one lady was like, you should go try to stay at New Sano. Like, this bus takes you over there. They let me leave my luggage and car seats and stuff in the hotel there, in their like holding area. And we hopped on a bus, and when we went over there, we stayed for like 2 or 3 nights. A magical flight appeared that wasn't like in the forecast, like the 72-hour one. But I wouldn't change it for anything. We did that Shibuya crossing in the zoo there, and rode the tube around the subway. We really got to see like some Tokyo. I had an uncle that was randomly in Japan with his fiance, and I got to see him. It was so crazy. I was like, what, you're here? I was like, so am I. And we were living in California at the time because my husband was in Korea on his 1-year tour. So it was our trek back from seeing him on Space A. And I spent more time in Japan than I did in Korea seeing my husband. But the adventure was great, and they had a really nice pool. They had a fitness center, but I was with my kids, and they were both young. So they weren't coming in the fitness center, but there was like a BX in there, and you could buy all the different flavored Japanese Kit Kats.
Oh,
it was one of those NEX BX ones.
Oh, Navy exchange.
Because it is a Navy run hotel. And yes, so like all the weird little Kit Kats that are so yum and nostalgic to bring back to people. They had like kimonos and cultural things.
That's so awesome.
Gift shops, a bunch of different restaurants. It was a really good location because you could walk 5 minutes to get to like the underground station, or they had city buses that went around. So I know a lot of families and like when we were in Okinawa that would go there and stay there, and really good hotel. I totally recommend it.
That sounds cool.
That's good to know for
Sano.
if you're in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Go there.
Any others that you stayed at?
I have stayed also at the Dragon Hill Lodge in Seoul, Korea. Because, like I said, we space-aid over there with my husband to see him. And we took a bus ride from the base he was at and stay there. They have like a giant kids park, indoor, outdoory kind of platform. It's just massive things that they can climb and swing on and run through and whatnot. The resort is giant. I think they had swimming. I don't recall if we swam or not, but like your standard resort, tons of restaurants, things for kids, laundry options, shop at BX places. Yeah. And then it was a good location. We were close to an underground, and we went to that Latte World. I don't know if you've ever heard of Latte World. No. I might be saying it wrong. It's like a knockoff Disneyland. So they'll have like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but instead of like black hair, she's blonde, and the dwarfs like are different. And they've just taken the whole idea,
kind of tweaked it.
Disneyland changed it for themselves
and morphed them. Yeah, you have like the castle, but it's not Cinderella's. It's Cinderfina's or something. I made that one up. It was really cool. We like to kind of check out some of those theme parks and just different cultural places.
That's really cool.
And we got to do like Seoul Tower and Lock Our Love at the top. Yeah. And all kinds of really neat things. But staying at the resort was really great. We had all the space, all the amenities, all the things that we needed. And it was just some family time. Trying to get together as a fam.
Yeah, those are
the world.
Great places for R&R. Just for the, especially like for Todd, who was probably doing the because he was in Korea, and when you get to do your 6-month R&R, it's like some don't get the option to go home. It's like, why not go there?
Yeah, if you can bring your family too.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
I don't think it actually. I think he just took some sort of a leave, or we used a weekend, so it didn't even go against his R&R. But that's a super good point. If you couldn't get over to the States or money to fly or something happened and you
or just bringing your family over, be like, come check out this new exciting place that I live in, and
you could stay there a long time and really enjoy. There's so much, like Seoul is huge, and I mean just there's shopping and buildings, and we didn't even touch like a corner of the bits. And the air quality is really crazy to see. It seems like you could just like cut it with a knife. It's this haze of So, like, a clear day is really cool to see the city, but it's never quite clear.
Yeah.
Smog, people. It's killing the earth.
Yeah, it's so busy, and there's so much action and food. Tons and tons of foods and shopping and malls. It's a really good place, though, too. I know I keep stressing, like, family and family and family, because that's what's relative to my life. But all of these places that I've mentioned would be really great for the single airman, for a solo active duty member, for a retiree on their own. Whether you're Tokyo, Hawaii, Korea, all of the things.
Or just couples without kids.
Yeah. You don't have to have kids to get the maximum benefit. It really applies to all.
Or like friends, like on a group of friends.
We can space aid too.
Absolutely. I highly recommend that. Yeah. Actually, we should set that in the book.
We should do that. So when we start to...
Let's go. Let's take a space aid somewhere.
When we start to disperse too, we can always...
space aid to each other.
Space aid to each other. Remember that.
Okay. Yes.
We're going to do it.
We're going to write a 5-year plan when we're done with this. Ask us in 5 years how it panned out for us.
It's going to work beautifully.
Let's go catch a flight right now to like Germany.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a flight. There's some space aid flights
right there. Let me just sign up.
And then to like Spangdahlem or Ramstein or wherever and just have some lunch and come back.
Let's just go eat some chips from Chili's because that's all I want right now. Everybody keeps talking about Ramstein. I love their chips.
She wants to go have Chili's.
I want their chips at Chili's.
When you can go have delicious German food.
And then I'll have German beer and food. That's just my aperitif.
Yeah, we can do the chips at Chili's first, and then we'll go find a German restaurant and have spatzel and
banana sandwiches.
Thanks for having my back, Jen. She knows. She feels me.
I had chips yesterday, though, too, so they were really good.
We had nachos from this place in London called Tortilla.
Steak nachos.
Nachos. First of all,
cheese, it's not yours.
Their nacho cheese. Their service was horrible. Like, they wouldn't smile at us. They wouldn't. They looked at us like we were crazy. Yeah. But their food was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was.
Anyways.
I was shocked.
Sidebar.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they didn't put that much energy into their attitudes, because maybe then the food would be poor. Like, obviously they're pouring all their love and spirit into the food, and I'll take that any day.
They're drained by the time they have to serve it to the people. It's like, I put in all my love into this melty cheese, now dissolving your chips, and this grain salsa, which their grain salsa was really good.
Oh.
And I was like, where you get those tomatillos from to make that salsa? Because I need it. I'm left right now.
I need them to tell you too, because I support when you make that tomatillo salsa.
Yeah, when it's not $6 a pound.
That's
or
rude.
Almost $7 a pound. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I know. It has to be on special days where it's like, we want this. Okay.
But that's me on military resorts. Veronica, I think you had some information.
I have a few things.
On the traveling.
Yeah, I have a few things that I highly recommend looking into if you are planning a trip soon. So I have the AFVC, or the Armed Forces Vacation Club. Oh, thank you for your light. It's really this is they offer worldwide travel deals for military families. They have resorts in the U.S. and 79 countries. Membership is free.
Ooh, 79 countries.
79 countries.
What is this website? How do we find out about it?
Armed Forces Vacation Club. I just Googled it.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get a lot of info. I'm not going to name all the 79 countries because we'll be here all day.
No, but you can go to their website and find it all out.
Look it up and find where you want to go. And you never know, you might be like, oh, I never thought of visiting that country, and it's really affordable, so let's go.
Yeah.
And then they offer like week-long, you can get like a week-long vacation for as little as $350.
Sign me up.
For the whole week. Yeah, and
they also offer like travel planning advice for families. They're part of Wyndham Worldwide, which is like condo style timeshares.
Nice.
I've stayed in Wyndham because my mother-in-law owns timeshare for Wyndham, and I've stayed, and they have some really nice locations, and just like they're like big apartments. They're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have that. They don't endorse the military. I just want to say they're just part of it. So they're not affiliated, but they work together in a partnership. But they're not affiliated. I just want to point that out. Also the AFRC, which is the Armed Forces Recreation Center. The resorts, again, luxurious accommodations at very affordable prices in some of the top vacation destinations in the world. And that's where they have like the Haleakala in Hawaii, the Edelweiss, Germany, and South Korea, and there's one in Virginia as well.
Oh, tell us about that.
I don't know very much about it, but it's also a resort. And they welcome all branches of the military. Very affordable, very family-friendly, very friendly. So
what a cool perk.
Yeah.
I mean, these people really give up a lot of things in the services. And some people are like, oh my gosh, you get a discount, you get a this, you get a... And there's a lot of negative connotation to some of these perks that they receive. But these service members are more than deserving of...
Absolutely.
Of
yeah. The things they have to go through all the time, and the time away from family and stuff. And I feel like we don't really take vacations for ourselves, especially when we're in the States. Like, we don't really take vacations for ourselves. Time is spent to go see family, which is great, too. So it's also nice that they have this option that's budget friendly.
This is a really good point, because that was a thing I was talking with my husband about, is every time we've lived overseas or away from California, we have spent every bit of leave, every bit of extra income traveling home to see family. And there we love going and seeing our family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your family's only there as long as they're there, and things can change in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
But there are also these opportunities to travel as your own little family, whether you're married or with kids, and to see the world where you've kind of set these new roots up. So
to see the world, exactly. Yeah. And also it's like you go home, okay, I've spent money, thousands of dollars flying to wherever, if you're overseas, and you're lugging the kids and everything, and the whole family is going, and you go, it's like, it's your hometown. This is where you grew up. Yes, there's things that you miss of it, but it's like, you've already been here. You've already seen this. Why not take your family to like Spain or Hawaii or, Australia or something like that? I'd rather go see that. Or have your family fly here. It's like, let's here.
Meet somewhere.
Let's meet somewhere, yeah.
And we'll travel around, It's the perfect time. Instead of spending all that money, especially when you're overseas, like you said, and using that money to go to the States. It's nice to be able to save up, and you can take maybe 2 trips with all that. And somewhere.
And you can go to these resorts with your family. Like, hey, come visit me. We're going to go to Edelweiss in Germany, and you guys can stay with us.
You can book, like, even though it's, like, not your dependents, you're allowed to book so many rooms as long as you're there as a sponsor for the people. Yes. So, if your mom and dad want to come out, book them a room. You're there to take responsibility as their sponsor, but they have that option to enjoy that time with you as well.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Exactly. I wanted to touch on the shades of green at Disneyland since none of us have been there. I know Jen considered it too.
Yeah, it was an option that I looked at. We just didn't.
Yeah. But it's
I was overwhelmed, that's all.
It's a really, really good option. So Shades of Green at Disney World is operated again by the Armed Forces Recreation Center. And it serves all branches of the military again. I can't stress that enough. Who's ringing? Somebody's ringing.
Who? What?
Sorry, it's me.
Okay.
Dependas say what?
So it serves all branches of the military. I want to just stress that real quick because it's all branches. All branches. And so it's retirees and families of fallen and disabled service members.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So again, it's amazing. The rates are based on rank at the time of check-in. And it's within walking distance of a golf course. So I think there was they also had like a 9-hole executive golf course. Like
something fancy. 9
really
holes.
fancy, yeah. And then they provide transportation to Walt Disney World attractions. And sometimes they provide you with like early entries to the park, which is nice. It's really cool to like get the kids in there early.
Cool.
Yeah. I know like the one Disneyland in Paris, like they'll in the mornings, like when you're there lining up at the first of the gate, they'll pick out kids to come in through the park. And like
we had a friend that got picked, remember?
Yeah, Cherie.
What's up, girl?
Yeah, her little girls got to go in early, and it's so special.
I know.
It's supposed to be,
I know someone
magical
that got picked.
place. Yeah, and there's also one in Alaska. It's located in Seward, Alaska, that's what the place is called, the Seward Military Resort, and open year round, offers a variety of activities like hiking and fishing, snowmobiling, glacier tours, and so much more. So if you're like outdoorsy and you love nature, absolutely take advantage of that one. Because it's Alaska. Alaska's gorgeous.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So for people stationed up there in Elmendorf and Islesworth, is that what it's called? Islesworth? Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, it's very cold from what I hear up there. So take advantage of that. And then military cruises, also, you direct buy for the lowest rate on cruises for service members and vets as well. Oh, vets who have been honorably discharged as well.
Mm.
Yeah, so take advantage of those because
so cool.
Cruising's awesome. Have you been on a cruise before?
I have. It's been many moons. I haven't gone with my family. I think they would like it.
Yeah. I went when I was pregnant with Jax. We left out of Venice. Mm-hmm. Venice, Italy, not Venice Beach. And we went to Croatia. We stopped in Croatia.
So cool. Does it do like Greece and all that, like
yes,
Corfu
we stopped in Athens, and we had already been to Athens, so we decided not to get off the boat, which was the best idea ever because then the boat was empty. So Kyle and I had the pool to ourselves, and we were just walking around. It was so quiet. It was really nice. So cruises are fun if you don't get seasick too easily.
Serious.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise yet.
They're fun.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes me nervous is being on a giant boat, though. Because when I take the ferry and stuff, I'm okay, but a little...
Seasickness?
Yeah, not like too terrible, though. Just it's just weird. I just feel weird.
The ferry, when we took the ferry from Dover to Calais, was awful on the way back.
Yeah.
It was awful. I don't ever get motion sickness.
Yeah.
And I was so
because of the
seasick.
Wind, right?
It was really choppy waters. And we got on the boat and we're like, let's have some lunch, right? And we had like chicken tikka masala. And we ate lunch and then it started getting really rocky. And we're like, oh, I'm not feeling good. And I've never been motion sickness. And I was like, I don't feel good. My son threw up.
That was the worst.
Yeah. And then I turned to Lindsay and I was like, oh, chicken tikka masala was a bad choice. And Lindsay's face instantly turned green. And I was like, oh, she went like green and then gray. And like, you just saw like life leave her eyes.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah,
you gotta convince yourself not to throw up ever. It's like, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. And then my mother-in-law gave me like a Dramamine and I took it and I've never had it and like knocked me out the whole car ride home. And I was like, I'm so drugged. I don't like this feeling. It was horrible. But anyways, those are some of the great options that you have to travel and stay at awesome resorts and see nature or just see a major city and try new foods.
I forgot about one.
Which one?
I don't know if it's like who runs it, the affiliation, like military-wise, but in Japan, for those that are stationed at in Okinawa, there's a resort called Okuma Beach. Mm-hmm. And it's absolutely wonderful. So it's the resort style stay of their normal resorts. You know, you can get like hotel rooms, but you can also rent like little cabins or houses that you can share with other families that are on the beaches, and even like camping options. They have little mini golf. You can rent paddle boards and jet skis and swim and snorkel and do all kinds of things and walk around the island. But it's like the tip of the island, so you can you have coast on multiple sides. So it's a really cool resort. You can rent a golf cart and go around or drive, but it is a military stay based on your rank and whatnot. Yeah. Really cool place to stay if you're in Japan.
Another good idea is, I know, me too. Another good idea is like, even if there isn't a resort where you're going, it's like look into like the nearest base or post, you know, for lodging there.
Yeah, when you're around, even like in the States too, if you're going somewhere, either if it takes you a few days to go where you're going, or if that's the place that you're going to stay at, the base is a really good option because it's so much cheaper.
Travis had really good lodging when we stayed there.
On base?
Yeah, because it's like the TLF. Well, what I got, maybe, I think they have normal hotel rooms, single rooms, but we had like...
But I think because it's for, if you have like family, like it's you and kids, they'll put you in TLF. At least at most places, that's what they told me.
Yeah. And it all depends on availability, because I mean, if you hit those PCS peak seasons, like, it's going to be really hard.
You probably won't get...
Yeah, but we had like kitchen, living room, multiple bedrooms, and all that jazz. And then I think they have the normal one with just like the bed and a bathroom.
They do, yeah. They have that. We stayed at two. We stayed one in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, and then we stayed in, when we were in Tucson at Davis Monthan, we stayed there. They gave us a TLF room. So yeah, we had all that. We had one bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and then a pull-out couch too for the kids.
Oh, nice.
So great.
But yeah, and at least when I went, they said that if you're just booking for a normal, just a stay, not for PCSing or anything, that you can only book out 3 days before you get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some of them or you got to call the day of and stuff like
they
that.
said, because I tried booking beforehand, just trying to be prepared, and she was like, no, you can't do this until it's 3 days before you're going to be here. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which can sometimes be scary when you're trying to plan.
It is scary, but it's a good option. I mean, you never know. You'll get lucky. It should be your first option. Like, try it. Yeah. And if not, I mean,
it's better than a $250 room at the Hyatt or something that's a 20-minute cab ride away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and speaking of saving money, too, so...
Tell us.
Since we are overseas, we do traveling to different countries and stuff.
Yeah, we're so lucky.
Tell us your secrets, Jen.
There are multiple budget airlines that you can use out here, and they have options upon options upon options to fly out everywhere.
Yeah, like the airplane that's flying over us right now.
Yeah, I don't think we can use that one, though.
Oh, well, this is news to me. Damn it.
It's a bummer.
That one would get you there too quickly.
Yeah, it would be way too fast.
Talk about motion sickness.
Oh, yeah.
Tico was a bad
There'd be no room for my baggage either.
We'll travel light, Jen.
Yes. Well, you have to. So these budget airlines, I'm telling you, are budget airlines.
Budget.
You gotta pay for everything. So the seats can be cheap. And when you book out, you need to book out early because the seats are super cheap because the flight is not filled up right away yet. I'm talking months. You want to look months and months ahead of time. You will seriously find some good deals.
Yeah.
You will have to pay for your seat unless you are just wanting to
sit freely wherever
you're wanting.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is you are required to print out your boarding passes before you go, especially if you're using Ryanair.
Ryanair, yeah.
And EasyJet too, I'm assuming. I haven't used them yet, but we are going to soon. Because you have to print out your boarding passes.
Or they will charge you to print out your boarding passes.
Yes.
We learned that the hard way the first time we went.
Yeah, they'll charge you like £50 or something per person.
Ticket, yeah.
Burn.
So yeah, they will charge you for that. Right now, when you book just a standard ticket, you have to pay for your seat if you want to be assigned a seat. You got to print out your boarding pass, and you're allowed one small bag.
Yeah.
One small bag.
A small bag.
A small bag that will fit under the seat in front of you.
No more than I want to say 22 pounds or something like that.
It's not even a pound. It's like
15 kilos or something, yeah?
It's a teeny tiny little, it's like a briefcase size.
They say a laptop bag too.
Like school backpack. School backpack. Yeah. Because it'll fit under the seat.
You can take a backpack. They won't stop you for that. You cannot take a rolly bag. You can book priority and you'll get you'll get your cabin bag and your small personal bag as well. So pack really light. I mean, a lot of these times we take trips and we only go for a few days.
And it's doable.
You can.
Totally doable.
Find ways to make space. Roll your clothes up and pack them tight into a backpack. Make sure you put all your liquids into one bag. Yeah. And I'm talking all your
travel
liquids.
It's easy to get out. Don't be that person in line that's scurrying to the bottom of their bag. They want to see those liquids.
You have to get them all out. In security, what I love about at least the one airport we go through all the time is super quick. They're very good at getting you through, except for those people that are like, oh, what else is in my bag that I have to take out? What else do I need to take out of here? Let me just stay here.
Bag? Well, I mean, even that they offer the plastic bags right before you go through security. There's plastic bags sitting in bins. So you can bag up your stuff.
And
there's
a caveman
stations.
Could do it.
Yeah, there's stations where you can set your stuff. And I was like, putting away, my little travel size shampoo. Travel size.
Yeah. Everything still has to be in that small, under 10 ounces or so still. But everything can fit. You each can have 1 liter bag. So 1 liter, I think, something like that. Bag of liquids. Liquids and cream. So ladies, mascara, that counts because they stopped me for that one time too, and I was...
Oh, damn.
It was really annoying. Yeah, I'd never gotten stops for it before. No, my bag goes through, and then it shoots off the other end, and they're like, whose bag is this? And I was like, great. I'm pretty sure I put everything away. But no, it was all the concealer, mascara, chapstick, I think I had in there.
Yeah, I think chapstick they were even taking.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. To look at it for liquids.
Oh.
They got a little bit more strict recently. I don't know. But, yeah, so just be prepared.
Yeah. So, those airlines are great, like Ryanair.
Yeah. EasyJet.
Wizz Air.
Yeah.
What other ones?
I think those are the only. Jet2?
Jet2.
Oh, yeah, Jet2 holidays.
Yeah.
And I mean, these flights are cheap.
Yeah, you can get flights for under 10 euros wherever you are located.
So under $15.
Yes.
Seriously, it depends where you're going and what time of year. Don't think all flights are that. Some of them will cost you as much as a commercial, a regular commercial flight.
Yeah, sometimes you will booking last minute, or if the flight is really full, it's just that there's a lot of factors that go into it that will make the price go up a lot more.
Yeah.
It could even go up while you're booking it, as we've experienced.
Yes.
You'll be hitting send and confirming, and all of a sudden the price doubles.
Because we've had it. I've had it twice. I've had it happen to me twice when we went to Prague. Ended up paying double the price of the tickets.
It happened to you last time, and then me this one, and
same. Me too.
And Veronica.
Oh, you got it twice now.
Yes. Yeah.
How rude. Jen, it was your turn.
No, it's my turn. But so that is the thing too. So if you're going to use Ryanair, their website kind of sucks sometimes, and it will kick you back, and it literally will kick you out, and you have to rebook your ticket again. And that means that the price will probably go up, and that really sucks.
And there's no customer service.
No.
They say there is, but it's every time I call the number, it's we are closed from this time to this time. It's well, this says on the website you should be open.
Yeah.
And according to
use the online chat lady, but it doesn't always resolve your issue.
No, it's automated.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's budget airlines. They cut corners wherever they can to, cut out price.
Yeah.
In however they can.
But it's fun when
it is such an adventure.
Because it's so cheap. You get it so cheap. We flew to Ireland the first time for like $10 round trip.
Wow. My niece just came over from Sweden and it cost her like $25 round trip.
Lucky you. We went to Ireland and each ticket cost £100.
And that's still good.
Yeah.
To Ireland?
Yeah. That's still good.
That was a lot.
I mean, it's also summertime.
I booked a trip to Greece, and it's only round trip £200 total.
I know.
So
I'm so sad
for
I can't
a whole
go.
family of 4.
For a whole family of 4.
Yeah.
So that's what you get. So you have these budget airlines, and you're going to book. You need to book ahead of time, too. Book those flights, and then start looking for a place to stay. Now, cost effective, go with a group of people.
Absolutely.
And you guys can share an Airbnb. It is the best. And those people, a lot of the times the Airbnbs are going to be awesome. Especially if they have really high ratings, they have really good hosts. Sometimes their Airbnbs are owned by like a company, some sort of company that has, a bunch of them. So they're going to be really good. They'll help you book different, attractions and stuff to where you go. Like in Poland, our Airbnb was a one-stop shop. We could go there and book Auschwitz if we wanted to go, but we had kids, so we didn't do it. The salt mine, anything you needed to, you could book your airport transfer with them too. It was really helpful.
Yeah.
That's so convenient.
Yeah, so it was really nice. The airport transfer, I noticed, at least for some of the places we've gone to, if you can book it through wherever your Airbnb or just find it yourself, but you will have to have cash out to pay for that, typically. So just be prepared for that. So,
can you use dollars, Jen?
On the country's currency. God damn it.
Countries take their country's currency. I know this is such a weird thing to see sometimes if you are not used to traveling overseas, and I understand, but you may, think about it, people. You're in a different country. They're not going to take U.S. dollars. No. They'll take your U.S. dollar on your debit card. That's about it.
You're lucky if they speak your language, like if they speak English, which most countries do speak English, but it's like, you want to, here, take my $5. I don't have euro or lira or friggin' krona. It's like, no,
do your research ahead of time and figure out what they take, because there's a lot of countries that will take the euro, and then they'll also take a euro in whatever currency they have for their country too. So you can do either one. And easiest way to get money out is to go to find a cash machine wherever you are. When you get there, you'll have the best exchange rate. You can get money out ahead of time at different travel places and whatnot before you leave. You're going to have a higher exchange rate because they have to get paid too. So it's not always so terrible, but just know, just be prepared for that. And be prepared for your card to stop working sometimes and be in a panic and have to get it shut.
If you have USAA, they will flag you, even if you tell them ahead of time, which is a great service that they have. Yes. It's like, but if you tell them, I'm going to be traveling to, when we went to Prague, we're going to be traveling to Prague, to the Czech Republic. First, you use it at the airport, they shut it down, and it's like, no, I need my card. Yeah.
So I always have a couple hundred in the both currencies of pounds and dollars, and I do take a cut when I exchange that at the new country. But then I'm I know my card isn't locked up and I have some cash on me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, be prepared for anything. It's whatever you can do, whatever works. Just know they don't take the American dollar.
And stop asking. You sound stupid.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. We were in Ireland. Yes, I know they speak English there too, but my God, they don't take your American dollars, people.
It's kind of insulting. It's like, do you take American dollars? It's like, no, you're in Ireland. No, we take euro.
This lady at the counter, she was like, oh, so you can't take my $20? And the lady's like, no.
Would you take my money if I was at your store in the US of A?
Will you take these magical beans?
Seriously, you may as well be paying in magic beans.
I go back to the States and all I have are euros on me. Here, take my €5.
I bring 2 donkeys, 1 chicken.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you're doing.
Cheese now.
Yeah. Give me the nuts.
Give me nuts. I give you 1 chicken plus the 3 eggs that laid on the way over here.
Seriously, people. Currency. Be smart.
And my wife. She good. Only one time.
Man.
Somebody stop giving Veronica caffeine.
I need more caffeine. We made coffee this morning. We usually put like 3 full scoops in the thingy, and I only had 2.5. And I was like, in the thingy of the coffee that makes it come out.
How you make?
In liquid. You put it in crystals, and it comes out in liquid.
It's magical. It comes into a liquid form.
Hey, coffee is magical. Let me tell you.
Coffee is life.
Coffee is life. It gives me life.
It gives me life. Yeah. I need it.
Or else everyone will be dead in my house. If I don't have life, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Truth.
So, currency, just look it up beforehand. Pinterest helps you. They know what they're doing. Come on now. Just do something. Google.
And accept changes, too. Don't be so American.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You have to be open-minded when you're going to a new country. You might get uncomfortable when you don't know the language, and that's fine.
That's okay.
Just do what you can, and don't be afraid to, try knowing a few words, yes and no, and
thank you,
please and thank you.
Where's the bathroom?
Yes, the bathroom, and give me a beer.
Yeah.
The cheese is all the naughty.
And don't get frustrated when so if you're very, very new to the overseas traveling in Europe at all, they eat slowly and they do not come back to your table very often.
Yeah.
That's not like America. They will not be pushing you out the door to leave. They want you to enjoy your time.
You can stay there literally all day if you want to. This is what we were just talking about yesterday. It's like, in Belgium, they wouldn't even come to our table if our menu was still open. You had to wave them over, and they come over, and you place your order, and they take forever because they make it right then and there, and they come out with delicious food, and then you can stay as long as you want. And if you need something, you have to call them over. They don't come up to the table every 5 minutes and expect, for you to...
Hi, how's everything? Is it meeting your expectations?
Exactly.
Do you need a refill? No, they don't do refills.
They don't do refills. Also, good luck with that because they give you 3 ounces of whatever drink you ordered.
If you're, so if you get a normal drink, like a Coke or any kind of soda or lemonade or something, it's going to be the glass and that is all you get.
That's all you get.
So stay
and no
away.
ice.
Filled with ice or no ice at all.
You have to ask for the ice. You can always ask for tap water as well. It's free.
Yeah.
There's a budget.
Stay hydrated when you're traveling because you're walking around.
You'll need it, yes. Because if you do ask for water, they'll probably ask you if you want still or sparkling. Yeah. Or bubbly or however they
with
put
gas
it.
Or without?
Yeah, that too. And so they'll bring you out a bottle and it's usually 2, 3, 4 euros. So
yeah. But the tap water,
ready for that.
The tap water is just...
Tap water is fine. I drink it all the time.
I always Google that too. Is the tap, wherever I'm going, is the tap water safe to drink here? I'm it'll usually tell you, you shouldn't do that, or absolutely do not, or it's this tap water is probably finer than the water at your house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've never had problems, and it's one way to save money so that I can get a bigger meal.
Exactly.
Spend my money on the food, not the drinks.
Buy booze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. The wine.
And beer.
Depending on where you are, it's wine, beer, sangria.
Let's go back to Prague.
Oh, Poland was amazing, guys. If you go and have dinner, there's, I think it might have been every place we went to. We went sat down to dinner. At the end of the dinner, they'd bring us a little shot of some sort of vodka of some sort.
Digestive.
Oh, good.
It makes you shit your pants.
It didn't. It just made me feel drunk.
Fernet or something.
Yeah. Shit your pants. I shat my pants.
It must have been the mild kind because it was delicious.
I was just telling them about this yesterday. I was when our neighbors in Belgium were great. They were Belgian and they would invite us over for dinner, and we had spaghetti, and then we had digestive, which is a shot of alcohol that helps you digest your food. That's exactly what it helps you do. And then we had coffee, and I told Kyle, we have to go. And we lived right next door. It was literally it would take us 3 seconds to get to our front door from their front door. And I was we have to go. Now. So we said our goodbyes, and I was like, it was the longest walk home of my life. I was like, I didn't think I was going to make it. And then we went back a few months later again for dinner again. They had us over all the time. And they brought out the little digestif drink, and I was like, great, can't wait to shit my pants again, because it cleared me. I was like, my pipes are squeaky clean right now. Like, send me up for a colonoscopy.
That's pretty nice.
It was good. It was like very like a Di Serono. Like, it was sweet. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's different types, because I know Melissa, who's Belgian, was saying, hi Melissa, she was saying that it was like bitter, and I was like, I remember it being sweet.
Yeah. Money saving ideas.
Pack light.
Pack really light. Pack light like you can. You really are not going to need as much as you think. Obviously in the winter, jeans and long sleeves and
layering,
a good jacket and stuff. And even then, it's like you can wear your jacket on the airplane. You can, do all these things. So be prepared. And then just when you're walking around, just be aware of your surroundings, because, shit can happen anywhere. So just be careful. There are gypsies and, crazies looking for stuff. They will steal your money. I'm not joking. They will steal your money. They'll steal your phone. Don't put your phone in your back pocket. Don't put money in areas where they're going to get it. Like, put it away.
Total gypsy story. Sidebar. Sorry.
Now get it.
We were just in London the other weekend, and we were going to get on this bus to go around, city bus, and this lady comes like directly up to Todd, like kind of aggressively, and when you're like, you keep to yourself as strangers and people, and she's tapping on his chest, and she has these like plastic twigs of like eucalyptus or something, and she's going, it's for the hospital! It's for the hospital! What? And she's like yelling in his face.
Like yelling at his face.
And he's like, it's for the hospital! And he's backing up like, oh my gosh, this lady's approaching me. Like, what if she thinks like I'm gonna hurt her or hit her? Like, what if it's like a thing? Like, I was like, and clearly, she's trying to like pickpocket him or something. And I was like, oh, no thanks. Or like, and like, I had the two kids.
Yeah.
And like, I'm trying to scurry around, but then at the same time, I'm like, how do I protect my husband? And like, he was like, oh no. And he's like keeping his hands back and like behind his back and just backing up and backing up. And she's straight up tapping his chest with these eucalyptus bushes.
What the fuck?
And like in
putting
his face, like her nose almost touched his nose. Like, it was crazy. And then we get to the bus, the people in line, and this guy's like, oh, those gypsies or something. Did she get you? Or like, this guy was saying, we're like, oh my gosh, okay, so you saw that too. Like, this is really, it just comes out of nowhere. And like you're saying, be aware.
Be aware.
Nobody could be aware of that. Like, it like so throws you off that you're like, the behavior is so abnormal that you don't know how to respond when it's happening.
Yeah.
We legit did not, like, your brain didn't think, and it was like you just kind of closed up and shut down, like, get me out of this, but I don't know how to exit.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's insane.
He didn't get anything stolen.
That's good.
But that's how it happens.
That
and they
is
reach
how
in
it
your
happens.
pocket and they're swift.
Oh, yeah. They're professionals.
Yeah, they distract you in any way that they can. I know my mom always told me to be careful of the gypsies and stuff in Vatican City. Mm-hmm. And she was like, she's like, they can be really bad. They'll throw the baby at you. Hope, and you catch it. Obviously, you don't want a baby to fall on the ground, but then that's when they go in and they grab your stuff, and you don't have, your hands are not free. And it's awful. I mean, we didn't encounter any of that when we went, thankfully. It just, you just have to be aware. Just don't leave stuff out anywhere.
Don't wear flashy stuff. Like, I know people, this day and age is like everyone wants a perfect Instagram photo when you're traveling. It's like, don't wear things that advertise that you may possibly have money or that you come from money, or like, wearing fancy jewelry. I don't even wear my wedding rings when we go out. Like, I wear like those rubber ones, or I have like a fake one. It's like, if I ever get mugged and they take that, it's like, okay, I don't feel bad. They're taking my $12 fake wedding band.
Right.
So stuff like that, or, just like your clothing itself. That's like Primark.
Primark
clothes, yeah. Primark is like the Walmart over here. No, probably cheaper.
And two on that is they'll work in pairs, like you're saying. They'll throw like a child or something, like that lady with it's for the hospital. Like, she probably would normally have like a sidekick come from behind and, grab something. Or my dad's business partner was mugged several years ago He was mugged, but he in this one just pickpocketed. So the person threw a newspaper in front of him, just kept pointing at it, and then the other buddy reached under and unzipped his camera bag and took off with his camera, really expensive lenses and all the things, and just pointing at this newspaper to where the guy's like, "What?" Like the hospital chick, and it just throws you off, and you're looking at that, and bam, down below. There goes many things.
Yeah,
dollars.
That's true. So you just have to be careful. I mean, I know it's hard. Yeah, when it happens to you, you just don't even you don't know what to do. But if you kind of can be prepared a bit for it, then you can. Wear
those like buckles that you wear under your pants. I mean, they sound super nerdy, but they're very helpful.
Yeah, to hold all your stuff.
Or like those jackets that have like the compartments and the zippers inside the jacket. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah, crossbody purses. Great, because you can keep them in front of you, especially with zippers.
They have lots of anti-theft.
Exactly. Yeah, they have ones that were like they can't like cut your straps and stuff like that, or they have different hidden compartments inside and everything. So anything you can do to make you feel better while you're out there.
And don't carry so much.
No,
either.
You don't need to.
Yeah, definitely don't carry so much. When we went to Prague, I had a big coat and I had I didn't think I even carried my purse, but I had like my credit card tucked in to like my bra. So I kept it safe in there, and my phone.
Yeah,
I use my little pockets of whatever, like jumper jacket. Yeah. Try not to have like a bag. And because too, like, how about the people that have their passports and all of their monies and things inside their purse, and then the pickpocketer grabs their purse and runs off.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're there in that country, and then you're stuck because now you've lost your passport, your identification, all your credit cards, all your money. It's not a good vacation.
No, not good. Just be careful out there. Yeah. Be aware. Yeah. Don't forget about your passport, too. You need that. You need that to go to different countries.
Yeah.
You need a tourist passport. And this question gets brought up a lot. You need a tourist passport to go to any other country besides the one you're living in. Your no fee is for you to stay there. Yeah. Your tourist is to go everywhere else.
Exactly.
That's what you need. And, don't lose that. And make sure that it's not expiring within 6 months of your travel.
So for our listeners that are stateside that haven't had the opportunity to be stationed overseas, you get a no-fee passport, which it looks like a regular passport, but it is the passport allowing you to stay in the country, to enter the country that you are about to live in. So and it's only good I want to say it was like 5 years.
I feel like those ones are still 10 years. It's just like the government one that goes with your orders. So you only use it when you're using orders so much.
Is
it a 4-year one?
I want to say it's 5 years.
Oh, it might be 5. You might be on.
Yeah, I want to say it's 5 years because I know mine expired. And then but so you have that, and then you should have your tourist passport. You don't need one to get into the country you're moving to.
Nope.
Because that's what the no fee is for, and your orders, and with your military sponsor. But you should have a regular travel passport.
Yes.
And travel
to go
with
anywhere.
it.
Yes.
That's what you use to travel, but always carry the no fee with you as well, and a copy of your orders and your active duty members' leave paperwork. Because we've been asked that, like when we come into
every single time we have needed all of those things.
I've never had any of those.
I've only had it one time.
Yeah, I only travel with my no fee. That's it.
But without the orders.
Dave has the orders on his phone, and so that's all he uses.
It's good to come back into the country where you're residing with your no fee. Be like, well, I live here. This is my tourist one. I traveled with it, but now I'm coming back in.
Yeah.
And then, Yeah. Some countries do require a visa, so always look into it. The UK required one up until a few years ago.
Yeah, so you don't have to have one of those anymore.
Yeah, and then a vignette added to your travel passport saying that you are allowed to live. But I mean, if you have your no-fee passport, it doesn't matter. Again, the vignette was optional.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rules and regulations when you're living overseas as far as traveling. Just look into it wherever you are stationed at and in the country you're going. And like Jen said, don't travel within the 6 months of your expiration date.
Yeah, because they won't let you go.
Certain countries won't let you.
Easy stuff. Budget airlines, you go. You don't even have to check in because you already have your boarding pass unless you paid for a checked bag. Then you have to get into the line and drop your bag and all that. You do have to go to a visa check where you just go to a person and they look at your passport, they look at your ticket, and they sign off on it. You go through security, and that's really quick usually.
Yeah.
And then you will just be herded into this huge area of shopping and food and all these things, and you wait. And your gate does not pop up until 30, 40 minutes before your flight's taking off. So you literally wait and you're watching this board up until you know what gate you're going to.
And then they sell you everything on the airplane, which is kind of fun because they come around with the little trolley with perfumes and cigarettes and chocolates.
Duty free perfume all the time. But
you can get stuff at the little duty-free shop for your flight, too, if you wanted. I think
you're allowed to take another
beers and
you're allowed to take another bag on there with you if you buy.
You get the duty-free stuff,
Yeah, because they seal it. Yeah, they seal it before you get on the flight, and then you can open it on the flight if you want or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to... I forgot to mention this, but for the stateside people... travel the country, that's awesome. Go to your outdoor rec. They might have options of renting campers.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so look into that. You might have to do it a few months in advance, but it's a great option too, just to go park at a national park and just hang out there. That's a really good way to relax and just reboot is around nature. I know that we did it when we lived in Montana. We would drive up to Glacier National Park, and it was so beautiful, and it would give us a boost of energy, it just reboots us, and it was great. So look into that, and just a road trip, so much fun.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun. I know, in Kansas, they had those little camper pods rentals, so it's a teeny tiny little thing, but you still have a little stove and a place to sleep and things like that, but you have to rent them out early too.
Yeah,
they'll sell out quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
You usually are able to get all those supplies at the outdoor rec on base.
Yeah. That would be a fun
outdoor
option.
rec. Yeah, Fairchild had a lake called Clear Lake, and you could rent cabins and stay at and hang out there. That's fun. But I like that camper idea. It's super trendy right now, too, is getting the vans and going all around Europe or the States and whatnot. You can get a better deal. It's something you want to go for. Pack those bags.
I want one of those camper vans, the California or whatever.
Yes, the Grand California.
Yes, where it has the awning that pops out, has hidden chairs, and the top pops up, and
those are nice.
Sleep.
The chairs and table are in the back doors.
Yes.
They now have showers and toilets.
Yes. And I would do that.
And don't be
55,000 euros. I'm saving up for it.
Just have it in my back pocket right now.
No big deal.
And don't be afraid also to ask for military discounts if you choose to go a different route. If you want to stay at a Hilton or something that's not affiliated with the military, don't be scared to ask for a military discount. You never know. You'll get a good discount. Yeah. But also don't throw a little stink because you don't get one, and they're we don't offer it. It's we're military.
Sometimes they won't offer
your
it.
Faces.
Yeah, sometimes you get military rates and stuff, and sometimes they won't offer it unless you're on PCS orders and stuff like that too. So it just depends.
And then it's okay. Move on.
It is.
You didn't get a military discount. It's not the end of the world.
You tried, and that's great. Yeah. Now you know, and you can tell other people too. Hey, I got a discount here. Or, hey, no, they don't offer it unless you're doing whatever, Yeah. So. Yeah. That's a good option, because then it's budget friendly too, so you can travel. I mean, I know we are talking a lot about traveling overseas and seeing different countries and stuff too, but when you're stateside, you can go and see some pretty awesome places.
And you get in the national parks for free.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Wonderful perk. Because those places are gorgeous and recharging and energy boosting.
Yeah. And you can get if you're traveling with family, you can get them a discount. Yeah. Because we did that. Because we did that when we went to Glacier. We got the free pass, but we were traveling with my father-in-law and his wife, and we were able to give them a discount because they were with
free
us.
parking.
Free parking, yeah. So that's a good perk. If you like nature, go out and explore it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
walk the trails.
Or how about a staycation?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a break from work and just hang out in your garden and have a beer or a glass of wine or a coffee or tea.
Pop up the tent, build a fire.
Yes.
Or go stay at a fancy resort. Go all out, and you can go swimming and all that fun stuff too. Yeah. Don't have to travel very far.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. You have options.
Those are, good ones.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most memorable meal that you remember since we always talk about food, but when you've gone on vacation? Most memorable meal?
Oh, it's so hard. I'm going to just go ahead and say it's got to be the goulash in Prague because with that dark beer and those like potato dumplings, and it was nothing like I was envisioning in my brain when they're like, this is goulash and these are dumplings. My brain thought something so different. And then the taste and the explosion with the beer. Explosion in my mouth. It just was so memorable and delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good too. I'm gonna have to say the pierogi in Poland was amazing just because of so many different options.
Yeah.
All the fillings that you can get there. So good. But the beer in Prague.
The beer. I might be really tied though, like with like ramen and soba in Japan with like a cold Japanese beer or sake was pretty legit too.
I know.
What's yours?
I don't. There's so much to choose from. Yeah. I'm like torn between German food
and Italian.
I love Italian, but I want to say the food in Guam was fucking amazing.
I bet
it was. In Germany, it was like the schnitzel with that cream mushroom sauce and the fried potatoes. Yes. Delicious with like with like a good Hefeweizen. So good. Yeah. But in Guam, it was like just something you can get on the street, like red rice with the finadeni sauce and like a fried chicken. Oh, it was so good. Sounds great. So simple, but it was so flavorful. And
Veronica's salivating right now.
Yes, take me back to Guam for the food right now.
That sounds really good.
And the sun.
That sounds super good.
I could go there.
Yeah, finadeni is like a soy sauce with like vinegar, and they like chop up onions and put peppers in it. And they have what they call boonie peppers there. Anything like that is wild or really beat up is called boonie. I don't know why. So like they'd be like, it's a boonie car because it's so beat up, like a hoop-deep. It's like boonie car. And so like they had boonie peppers, and like these birds eat the seeds of that pepper, and so they spread them throughout the island, right? And they grow, and they're really spicy, really good. And they cut that up, and then you like pour it over their red rice. Explosion in your mouth.
I could see it. I could see it in her eyes. Oh my God. Her eyes exploded with that.
Yes, so good. I miss it. But also German food.
German food, though, the spatzel.
Yeah.
I can't even. We went to the zoo in Stuttgart, and they had spatzel at the cafe at the zoo, and it was so good.
Yeah.
With the mushroom sauce. And oh my God.
We went to the Cologne Christmas market, I think, every year when we were in Belgium. We would drive there. It was only like less than 3 hours, I think. And we would get spatzel, and it had a ham and mushroom in it. Oh, so good. Yeah.
Stop it.
And we just walk around the market eating that. Yeah. It's so good. Stop it. So and we had it this last time we went to.
When does the Christmas market begin?
Right after, it's like the first week of December, I want to say. I'm not sure. It's like weeks and weeks. Are we training
it or are we flying?
I want to. Yeah. I want to. Yeah, absolutely. I will go back. That place is awesome. Cologne's really pretty. I mean, you've been to Cologne when the Christmas market's not there.
I want to do the Christmas market.
I went with my brother in April, and so we saw it during the sunny time.
Yeah. If you're in Europe and you get the chance, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's still really neat to see the Christmas markets around because everyone's really festive and there's lights and food and all the glühwein your heart can take. Delicious. Glühwein is hot spiced wine, mulled wine.
Don't burn your fingers.
I'm a burn victim.
I forgot about that when we were
pulling my first try mulled wine, and it pooled up inside my glove and just burned my finger.
Yikes.
Her glove was smoking after she pulled it off.
I was like, it's hot. Dropping the stuff, like putting it on the cobblestone. I peel my glove up and off and throw it on the ground. And Chen's like, oh my God, your glove looks like it's on fire. It was like steaming up, and I was like, it really is burning me.
Yeah.
I wasn't just being dramatic.
Yeah, you said your finger was like tender after.
It was on fire for about 6 hours. I stuck it in a cup of ice from Starbucks, and but the throb, when it you can get through the burn and through scratches and whatnot, but it's the internal throb, and it went all the way to my elbow. And it was gnarly. Yeah. Nerve damage.
Yeah.
Are you scarred for life, or what are you trying
I don't know. Let's see come winter time. I might give mulled wine another choice. A colleague was telling me about it.
He gave you a defective cup. That was the problem.
Oh, there was a little hole, and it was just pilling into my cloth glove. Because I left my good gloves. Primark. My one
Just
good
the one glove. Yeah. Oh, no. But yes.
World problems.
Yeah.
Get out and travel. You
it.
deserve a vacation. Your spouse deserves a vacation. Get out and travel. Do it smartly. Do it lightly. Do it productively as well. Get out and see the world. See stuff that you haven't been to and things that you wish to go to. It's doable. I've been to 13 countries and I'm poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
13
doable.
countries.
Yeah. You know, especially
know
if
how
you're
many I've been to.
overseas, you can travel so much easier.
Absolutely.
You have to be a thrifter with that. That's what you have to do. You should be thrifty. You gotta know when to book, how to book, where to look for things. And you can ask your local spouses page on Facebook too. Somebody's probably going to have a really good idea that like, oh, I stayed here and this was great and this is what I recommend and stuff. And that's good.
And there's travel agents too. Some of the military spouses are travel agents and they're there to help you.
Yeah.
And you can always email us. Jen's a problem solver. She'll help you get your trip sorted.
I'm well traveled, so I know a lot.
Veronica's seasoned.
Yeah.
Like a boony pepper.
Very well seasoned. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll help you. You send us some, questions and whatnot at dependasplaining@gmail.com, and we'll answer your questions the best that we can. Or from our own experiences and what to avoid, what can do better. I mean, sometimes you're not going to get a deal on that plane ticket, and that's where you have to decide, is this where I want to go?
Yeah. Or
should I look for something else? And it's what you have to do. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit more pricier than you wanted, but it's worth it.
The best thing to do is what we've done is we go on Skyscanner that gives you all the flight deals, and then we pick the cheapest flight.
Yes.
And we go.
So that's a really good one is skyscanner.net. You can be as specific as you want. You put in how many people are going, what their age range is, the dates you want to go, and you can either look at the entire month or you can look at your specific dates. And then you can either look at a specific place or you can look at all the countries. Yeah. And it'll list them.
From cheapest to highest.
To expensive. Yeah. You can go through, I want to go to Italy. So you look at Italy and see which one is like the cheapest thing that you could go to. And then it brings up deals. Sometimes you have to book multiple airlines. And sometimes you have to book multiple airports. So just be aware of that. Yeah. But you will get a freaking good deal.
That's a super good tip on sometimes people are going for the discounted flights, but they'll realize they're flying out of one airport and return into another, but their car's at one. Do pay attention to that. There's a reason it's that bit cheaper. They're just trying to save you $1. So if you're parking your car at the airport, look at and make sure your return is the same.
Or if you're okay and it's actually cost effective too for you, that you can park at one airport and be like transported to the other one when you get back, whatever, there's options too. Whatever works. Sometimes the flight's going to be super early when you leave. Sometimes the flight will be super late when you get back too, and that's all that they have. So
I'd rather do that. It's like I'd rather leave really early because then I still have an entire day to take advantage of the wherever we're visiting, and then leaving, coming back late because it's like I still have time to eat something.
Oh, the boobs.
So when we were in Prague, they had these things. It's called like chimney bread or something. It's supposed to be called chimney bread, but we took the name of it in whatever in their language in Czech, and we translated it to English, and it literally translated to boobs. Yes. And it's this bread that looks like a little tiny cornucopia, and and it's like roasted. It's baked over open flame, and they fill it with all kinds of stuff. So we had ours with ice cream,
sugar over the hot coals.
It's also covered in cinnamon sugar everywhere.
And you can have it with ice cream or just plain. Or I saw somebody with fruits. I saw somebody with like pulled pork in it. Oh, they're so good, and we ate a lot of them. And we had to squeeze one in right before we left. We had to squeeze one boob before we left.
That was so good.
And that was another...
Milk in the system.
That was another one of our trips. It's like, what is the cheapest, right? We went on Skyscanner, and it's like, we did that with Portugal. Yeah. Prague and Croatia, too. And it's like
Croatia is a little bit pricier than we wanted to do, but it was actually the cheapest for the time that it was. So, but we're excited. I can't wait.
We'll let you know in a few weeks how it went because we're excited. Yeah. We're going to Croatia.
We might have an episode from Croatia.
We don't know. We haven't decided.
You don't know yet?
Who knows? Depends how lightly we bag.
I checked the bag.
I might add a checked bag to my thing just to have room for swim stuff. Might be smart. That's when you know. Sometimes you need to order a checked bag because you're going to have more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're bringing back souvenirs and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I would like to. We try to collect little Christmas ornaments everywhere we go to because it's like, well, if I have magnets, like that's cool, but sometimes you open the fridge and they pop off and they break, or it's like you kind of forget they're there, like it doesn't bring back the memory. And it's like for us, it's like the Christmas tree. We bring it out every year and we hang our ornaments. It's like, oh my gosh, remember when we were in Ireland or when we went to Greece or whatever. And we've been to Croatia. When we were on a cruise, we stopped there twice for a few hours. And it's the only place where I didn't get an ornament for my tree.
Well, now
bucket
you
list. I do the ornaments too. Yeah. I like the fridge magnets, but it looks cluttered. And every now and then I get like overwhelmed by clutter. And I'm like, ugh, my eyes don't like it.
Yeah.
But the ornaments is fun because you do bring it out just that one bit. You can clutter a tree with all the ornaments that can fit.
And I'd clutter my fridge. We have magnets everywhere.
Yeah. I like the trees that are all uniformed and color coordinated. They're beautiful, but it's funner when they're all crazy and your kids' homemade Christmas ornaments with their little faces on them. And
I like the sentimental ornaments more than just having ornaments.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it just makes it more fun and festive for the time than just having a red tree.
Red tree.
Yeah.
Gold tree. Blue tree. White tree.
Silver.
No tree.
Silver and gold.
Exactly.
Well, that's our tips and tricks for traveling smart and light, and
traveling all over the world.
All over the world.
The benefits for military.
Yeah.
Make use of your position.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I know, I want to go to Hawaii now.
I want to go to Hawaii, too!
Oh, the Helico is a great place to stay.
I know, I want to go there.
I want to go there, too.
Okay.
When can we go?
Right now.
Okay,
I'll pack on my bags.
I'll pack on my bags.
Also, delicious food.
No problem, llama.
Yeah, I just love food.
I know. Like, I can't wait to eat the food in Croatia.
I don't even know what they have, but
and the wine. They said that the wine is better than the beer.
Excuse me?
Oh.
So, I can't wait.
Wine. This is my favorite part about traveling is, like, getting there and seeing the places that are all around us to eat and where we could go. And, I can't wait. Especially when we're going to be on the beach. And
Sorry, are we making you jealous?
Reminiscing again.
Good. Be jealous.
Go travel.
Yeah.
It's only as expensive as you make it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You don't have to sit down at a fancy restaurant. Also stay away from and I'm not saying don't go at all, period, but the Hard Rock cafes and stuff like that. It's like just, they're everywhere. If you want to eat there one day, we have friends that collect glasses from there. Awesome. But, try
their
something
food
new.
is just expensive. That's my biggest thing on it. It's it's pretty good, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
And you might be able to find a mom and pop shop closer that's got delicious, authentic food.
That's cultural to where you're at.
Exactly. Yeah.
Street food.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Questionable, but delicious.
Yeah, I always get weary. I'm food sensitive, so I'm like, I love all the foods, but then I'm like, oh, my body doesn't, though.
And that's the thing, too. So, the town centers, the city centers and everything, too, they're going to be a little bit pricier on food. So, just remember that and try to plan to eat around that area, not in the area.
Oh, Yelp everything. We Yelp everything. That's where we have found some nice little hidden gems of restaurants. Off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Great tips, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
That's all.
Hey, Jen, tell us about our platforms.
So, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dependasplaining.
Send us your stories, any questions, concerns, issues that you may have military-related, and we'll help you solve them.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Problem solvers.
We like to give tips and tricks in military life and help your problems and all that. So email us. We would love it at dependasplaining@gmail.com.
Do it.
We're here for you.
Yes.
Any branches of the military, we are here for you.
All of you.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our tips and tricks and tips of your trips and travel.
Just
Go out there and do it. And just know on your journey while you're out there tricking and traveling.
No, don't be tricking.
Tricking your tips. Tipping your trips. Wherever you go.
There you are. Goodbye.